Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Skull Talk Live. Tonight, I want to pay respect to a fellow colleague I got to work with in Southern California. But before I do that, let's bring on a special guest. Hello, Mr. Basilios. How are you doing today?
Greetings and salutations, Mr. Skulls.
So, what I was just saying a few minutes ago, I want to pay tribute to one of our great colleagues that we have the privilege to work with, train with, and a person that a lot of the talent in the locker room looked up to as a mentor, especially if we needed advice. So at this moment, I want to take my hat off and pay our respect to Frank Mott of the Empire Wrestling Federation here in Southern California, who sadly passed away this morning. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And Frank Mott, even though you may not be here, but I know Empire Wrestling upcoming two shows that we have tomorrow and Sunday, we will be paying tribute to your legacy at this event. Now let's go to the most important topic right now. Hopefully there's somebody going around on social media and putting out information about certain talent. I will not mention his name, but we've been aware of his actions. We do not condone those actions towards any talent, present or past. Yes, we may have done things in our past that we regret and we have to live with every day, but it doesn't give you the point or matter to just expose it and literally put talent down because of that. Do you have any say on this, Mr. Basilio?
Matter of fact, I do a little bit here. I want to, at least give at least a civil message to some people. Before you go judging people, no matter if you claim it as black or white, as a result of it, please note, in all importance, every person that you think of, let alone that they're harmless or not, better yet, harmless to say the least, mostly. There's this thing called never judge a book by its cover. And the other important thing is, every person that has not offended has a right to speak their piece. So therefore, those that are vouching for that, please hear that person out, regardless of the circumstances beyond their control. If they haven't reoffended, they know for a fact they haven't reoffended. Just don't go ahead and judge people before you even notice what the hell's going on. Granted, yeah, it may be what black and white, as a result of it, but don't always assume if it did take place or not. Even though, despite the fact, it's not within anyone's jurisdiction to take it one step further to exposing it online and then some. Sometimes it's wrong, sometimes the information gets incorrect, or some unimportant information is taken out of context. But we do know for certain the most important thing in this whole matter, before you go ahead and judge and draw the conclusions, please note, give anybody or anyone who hasn't offended not one time, even if they start their sentence or not, a right to a fair plea and a fair chance to explain their side of the story. It's only right we do that. Instead of just living on the edge, draw conclusions, and make a violent shove, verbally, mentally, or emotionally, or even physically, especially if it's towards social media or even during any podcast, let alone a live podcast. Because there are certain people that can be mandated reporters. And that person, that alone, that's trying to live a normal life, trying to be a devoted hard worker, married or not, they could be mandated reporters. So does talent, even in regards their single mothers, single fathers, whatever the case may be. Even though they're being told, especially if it's in the promotion, please do ourselves a favor. Before you go judging people, before you draw the conclusions, taking things out of context and putting unwanted information, and all of a sudden giving that all away for nothing, please do you that favor. Give that person the time and the place to explain themselves in a civilized manner and rational manner. We gotta realize, yes, this is 2024. We're going into 2025 in a matter of months. You gotta realize, we're not in the caveman years anymore. The other thing about this, that there are certain areas that people are going to get too old to read off fairy tales off a piece of paper or even an article, or even if it's on an electrical platter. Just note, if their time is served and they haven't done any harm then, please let them exercise their right to make their plea, speak their case, so that way whatever misunderstandings or whatever words are taken out of context is being discussed on that particular person, and not hear anything different. That means if they're telling you the truth, please give them some breathing room. That's all they ever asked for. That's all they ever wanted to have. So, in closing, please, yes, we understand. Sometimes people can be judgmental and be a little angry at first, but before you jump to conclusions, before you jump the gun, before you expose anything out of the open, which sometimes is the wrong thing to do, hear that person out. So that way it'll clear and clarify wherever it is that's going on from start to finish. So that way you get a sigh of relief and know for a fact, may I remind you, they don't mean no harm, no matter what. And please do not be alarmed in any way, shape, or form. If they're not potentially dangerous to anybody, namely kids, Please. Don't get that first initiation and first impression that they deserve it in a harsh way.
And Zach, this is not concerning you at all, so you are completely good. We're talking about a different individual, and this individual knows who he is and what he has done. So Zach, Attack, you are in good hands, and we're not talking about you. And speaking of this individual, you have to go on a live social media platform that a lot of us have been on and have to go on his stream and put down not one, but not two, not three, but more than 5 wrestlers from the backyard scene, the indie scene, to whatever they may wrestle. And you had to go on his channel and even on your own personal Instagram account and basically talk your garbage about these wrestlers and nonsense just to make you a name for yourself and not thinking the consequences. And we are smart enough to not fire shot back at you. But since you made it personal now, a lot of the talent are going to fire back at you and show you how much of a jackass you are.
You're fine, Zack Attack. You're fine. You're clear.
And speaking of this, Zach, the guy probably even had personally attacked Zach Attack on his social media. And I hope this person is listening because we are going to literally put your platform on blast and literally put your promotion that you're associated with on blast. That you had to go get your buddy to feed you the information.
And Skulls can agree with me on one certain thing. It's quite simple. If you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Just like that. And also know this. Sometimes they will tell you, if they were you, I will not say or do something any further repeatedly that I will regret later on.
Could you personally attack friend of mine, friend of Mr. Basolio's, friend from other promotion, because you want to just feed your ego? And that's putting it nicely. And I have another guy that wants to come on. Hello, Mr. Zack Attack. Are you there?
Hold on, y'all. My stuff is kind of cut in and out. Give me a second. What's up, Skulls?
What's up, man? You said you wanted to come on and say something?
Hold on. My connection's kind of fucking up. Give me a second.
Okay.
While we're waiting on Zach Attack to have something to say, how about Skulls? Would you take us to a short commercial timeout, and when we come back, we'll hear what Zach Attack has to say.
I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say this one first. I can't do my freaking laptop. Excuse me a sec, my connection. So, I think I know. Who's this person that...
Yes.
Okay, we're back. I think he's suffering a little bit of technical difficulty for a minute. I don't know.
Might be freezing up on his end.
We're gonna have Zach Attack return in a brief minute, I think. Can you come in and come out, please? If you don't mind, maybe it'll fix the problem.
Yeah.
I'm going there.
Yeah, I think he's having difficulties. Yeah, he'll be back. But anywho,
yeah.
Go ahead, finish what you were saying, Mr. Scott, before we bring Zach Attack back.
So, I was saying before Zach Attack came on, so we had to go on a live broadcast and say what you had to say, attack wrestlers that it got so heated on that podcast, especially when he came out from the decade and spoke about his past. Then you had to turn the switch and verbally attack him. And now you're trying to have people to basically hold on. Basically, how to say it. Oh, excuse me.
All right, please continue, Skulls.
So pretty much, you had to basically attack everybody, and see me just talking about this, it just literally make my blood boil. And I was like, we might have him back. Yes, we do.
Sorry about that. My connection was messed up, especially on my phone. Sorry about that. So, what I was trying to say, I know what you're talking about. And I got a little message for this person. Look, you need to stop going on Instagram Live, on show, and exposing my life, dude. It is bullshit. I had enough. Because you're literally ruining people's fucking careers, especially mine. Like, what is your goal here? Like, do shit, bro. Like, I'm like so fucking pissed to like I don't know what the fuck to say anymore. I'm sorry. Like seriously, what is your goal here? To ruin my life? Cause it's not working. You realize that shit back in 2017 or 2018, what the fuck you want to say? That shit was in the fucking past. Leave the fuck alone, bro. Like, it's like I'm trying to enjoy my fucking wrestling career. And you're trying to get in the middle of it, like, stop. Because when you put on my friend's live and said that shit again, I was really pissed because you're fucking lucky that I didn't go on my friend's live. Look, you need to stop this shit because you just attacking people on their lives, attacking wrestlers. You need to stop because when I went on wrestling show and yelled, I was so fucking pissed. Just leave it alone. Stop attacking wrestlers and other fucking companies, backyard, indies, professional, whatever it is. Stop. It's getting old. So stop your bullshit because I know who you are. This is why I'm on here. This is why Skulls is on here. This is why Adonis is on here. So stop. I'm sorry, y'all, but I had to come on here and say something. My apologies.
It's understandable. We can feel your frustration.
I know who you're talking about. I'm not gonna say their name because
Yeah, we condone. We're not going to say their names, but they know who they are.
I know.
I speak for all of us. I speak for all of us, and to those that representing themselves, even though yes, they're in the registered sex offender industry, but however, they're trying to do the best they can within their respective lawyers and whoever's in the case of that lawyer or the judge of that lawyer of any way, shape, or form of their city and state. Especially those they're not making no harm or even the crime they didn't even commit. I speak for all of us, especially in unison, is that shame on you. Shame on you. Always remember, please remember, even though it may not be in one ear, but I know it's going to go out the other. Let it be known, right in this minute, right this second, right now. Causing this crusade is only going to make things worse. Also, in this crusade, you gotta realize, don't judge a book by its cover. That's the number one thing you should never do. And the major no-no is this. It's quite simple. Don't always assume that everybody is under black and white results. And the one major thing is everybody has a right to really speak their piece, which means you don't sabotage it, you don't let it pass go, no matter what the issue was, past or present. That's to those who are completely harmless, especially to those who have had committed a sex crime, and who knows how many years. No matter if it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 50 years, it doesn't matter.
Or even other crime that
That
they
they
may have
didn't
committed.
or didn't commit. Always remember, do not create slander, do not sabotage, and most importantly, the big no-no of all, never, ever, ever expose a case online. Sometimes you gotta realize, social media may be fun, peaceful, and calm, but the last thing you don't want to do is a major no-no is use social media as a weapon.
I'm gonna stop you right there, honest. I'm sorry, but like like Instagram Live, and it's made to be fun, not to expose people and shit, not to be cause. It's not to bring drama on and shit. It's a platform to have fun, meet people. You know, like the wrestling community or whatever. It's to make it's to meet people and shit like that. Like especially like you, not to go on and expose people's lives, especially mine, everybody else's fucking past life. Stop. Like, stop causing drama. I guess you're. I don't know. But my general manager, Queen May, wants to say something. Sorry about that.
Hi, Skulls. Hi, Adonis.
Hello.
I hope everyone's doing well. But I just wanted to say this. This certain individual has caused so much damage and harm.
Emotional damage.
To the point where this person threatened to come to my home state. Where we're at. My home state, and basically, let's just say, hurt him. And I have the evidence, and I do have proof that this individual has said this. And it's like when you try to individual and this individual wants to act tough, which they're not tough, and it's like you sit here and try to defend yourself, because my mom did not raise me to be a scary cat at all. She raised me to stick up for myself. So that's what I was trying to do, and this certain individual just started coming at me and threatening me, and I'm like, okay, you don't hardly know me, you don't know nothing about me, so why are you threatening me and threaten someone who, you know, like, who's got time for that? And one thing I want to have touch base on is, I personally, on my personal social media, I didn't post it or anything, I just saved it, stating the fact that why people like this certain individual feel the need to go on Instagram Live, YouTube Live, Facebook, etc., and bully people. And it's like, don't go on social media and bully somebody when you can message them privately, and then after you message the person privately, you know, go along your separate way and whatever. Don't go online and
keep on doing this
and
shit.
Bully people, because that's not going to get that person absolutely nowhere. And even though we do have this individual blocked on everything, but it's like, no matter what you do, no matter what you do, no matter what you go on, they're right there, and they feel the need to, let's just take over. Let's just take over, and let's just, you know, like, do this and do this. No, that's not how it works. If you're in a wrestling company and if someone is running the company, you need to listen to the owner that is running the company. It is not your fucking company. It is that certain person's company. You need to follow their rules. You need to do what you're supposed to do. So I just thought I might speak up about all that, because to me, this individual needs to be stopped. He needs to be banned. He needs to. He just needs to be stopped. And when he threatened us and threatened to come to our home state, I was scared. Don't get me wrong, I was afraid, because every time I would go outside, I was thinking, every time we would go outside and go somewhere, to the mall with my best friend, for example, and I will always look at these license plates, and I'm like, okay, they're all from Jersey, some of them from out of state, whatever. Luckily, none of them from Tennessee, thank God. And so then, I was scared for my life, where I had to let my, hey, this is doing this and this. And then a couple times, a car would pull up in front of my house, and I would be thinking this individual, but it wasn't. It wasn't this. And I'm glad this individual is not outside my house. Like, I was literally like, I'm not scared of nobody or anything, but his threats, this individual threats, how he puts it does cause you to be scared. So that's all I wanted to say about
Okay.
that.
Okay. Y'all can continue. I can just sit here and just wait till y'all are done.
Okay then, Skulls, I'll let you have your first saying.
So we hear what Zach and Queen May had to say about this whole issue, ladies and gentlemen. And see, now you guys see what the fake cause is, and you never know what a certain individual is going through day by day because of their background. So many people, they just can't get back into society because you want to keep pressing the issue. You want to go on social media, make a mockery about it, go on a live broadcast, even on Instagram, Facebook, whatever live social media there is out there, you guys want to put it on. And so many cases that some of us may have didn't really give out all the public detail to the public. So you decided you want to add some part into it just to make the story sound better when you don't have all the facts. And a lot of us, just we may have a case on our background, but and we know that we can't go to the next level, but they're backyard rustling for us, and that's our escape. So let it be. Don't go and bash on these rustlers, especially when they don't work for your promotion or have any affiliation with that promotion. I cannot emphasize this enough. The cyberbullying needs to stop. You have been reported to those accounts, and you continue to create other accounts and do this. We have guys that don't even want to do what they love doing, which is wrestling anymore, because you want to be a punk and cyberbully everybody. What happened if the table will turn on you? How would you feel?
We understand the term that all wrestling matters, but that shouldn't matter the fact that bullying or using any form of threats of violence of any way, shape, or form isn't always the best answer, especially on social media, not also on video chats, regular text messages, phone calls, you name it. It doesn't solve a damn thing. Have some decency. Have some shred of humanity.
Have some fucking respect for people.
And he
And
is.
one thing I would look, I hate to say, grow the F up. Stop being a child.
Stop being a fucking bitch or whatever. No,
And this is why
You gotta realize this. Once again, needless to say, we don't live in the caveman years anymore. We get it. COVID-19 changed a lot of things around here in that particular era. But after the era of COVID-19 has been done and over with, people have lost their way over this, and rightfully so. I hate to say this, you have to be ashamed of yourself for letting this pass by. Just remember, we're not 5 years old or whatever the case may be. We're grown adults, men and women alike. Please show a bit of decency, humanity, and show a little bit of unity, regardless of rather we're any promotion that goes. wrestling promotion or any other form of promotion whatsoever. Kill it with kindness. If you want to ask that person about your checkered past, especially if it's a harmless one, come to them. And most importantly, be the bigger person about it. And vouch for them as best as you can after you hear what they have to say. So that way it won't give everybody a very easy scare. It's better to know sometimes he was behind closed doors, but peacefully. You don't utter it out in front of everybody for them to see or hear, because it's wrong.
And then this is exactly why, you know, my.
And this is another reason why I can't. No other wrestling company has contact me or anything like that to work with their promotion because individual wants to be a fucking bitch and expose people's fucking lives, especially mine. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to get my name out there to other promotions, but you're pretty much going out there and tell other promotions not to work with me because of that reason of my past life that I had, and that's like we just said, like stop.
Like
and ever since COVID has turned people into fucking assholes, especially this individual.
And you're how old and you're cyberbullying?
And also another thing, stop going out there and stop dating fucking 40, 30 year old older woman. Like, no. But
So basically, what we're trying to say is, get your underwear out of your bunch and grow up and become a civilized citizen, not a skunk that you are. Because no one likes to be friend with a skunk because it leaves a bad smell in the element that nobody wants to be around.
another thing.
And plus, there's this one important thing. I know all of these people on this platform right about now can agree. There's a certain term that most people will chuckle a little bit, but still, it's made to be very serious. Nobody, absolutely nobody, young or old, nobody likes a smartass.
Or those individuals who may also, so they, yeah, like we're talking about, they may have a background, but also some of us may have a disability as well, and you go out there and make fun of people with disability as well. That shows how much of a coward that you really are.
Another thing, get your fucking dick out your fucking ass too. And grow some
Hey, whoa. Watch what we say, because I want to.
My bad. I just had to add a
Let
little.
people on a regular basis not only live a decent, normal life, let them be devoted, hard workers and devoted individuals, whether individually or as a group, alike. Let them perform like they're supposed to perform on a daily basis, even if it's on the weekends or not. Let them do their job and do their job properly. The last thing you don't need to do in a very harmful way is use cyberbullying underneath any social media, especially any social media in general, as a weapon.
Very well said. Both of you having another another guest tonight, but hopefully he can join us because he has some words he wants to say. I have sent him a link, but hopefully he'll be joining us shortly. Because I know he has some heated words to say as well.
I also got one last thing to say. I understand that some people don't like a bunch of publicity, but please respect them privately, no matter what. If you have to speak with them privately. Let them get a chance to explain the whole story, no matter what it is. If it's not considered that much harm to you, there's no form of overreacting and overthrowing everything that people have said that is true. And that is, don't slander the whole entire story, little by little, because that's not only going to put that person in the jam, or if not necessary, it's going to put you in the jam that quick.
Feeling by now if it would be. I don't think it is. Benny, until we wait for that person on here, how's y'all's day going?
Just fine. Typical.
Yeah, you can say that.
But since we're waiting for the next individual, Skulls, if you don't mind, we're going to take a little bit of a breather. So we're going to go to a quick commercial timeout. And when we come back, we'll see if that individual will arrive. And then we'll go from there.
All right. Okay, I guess we're back. Yes, we are. So apparently, I'm still. So I'm supposed to be waiting for Mr. Silverwool to join us, but I guess he's having a hard time getting in.
Ice connection or something.
He's probably returning home, but we give him a chance to arrive before the show is up. But however, let's continue on with the topic at hand and making sure that we do get them. We want to get this peaceful message out in the open this one last time, so that way it will sink in and sink in very good.
Fucking damn head.
And I also want to take my hat off to Mr. Craven Rage, who went live on Bushwire to plead his case and say what he had to say, a step up forward. And also, I want to take my hat off to Zach Attack for stepping in and putting his foot down on this matter.
Appreciate it, Skulls. Appreciate it.
Also, I want to give a little bit of a quick birthday shout out to current WWE Hall of Famer and former multi-time World Heavyweight Champion, former multi-time Intercontinental Champion, and former Tag Team Champion, Adam Copeland, aka Edge.
Oh, I just got a little thing to tell y'all that I did last week. So me and my general manager, Queen May, we actually went to our first WWE Monday Night Raw live show in Philly. So that was a thing to remember. So,
even though I'm not a hands down Major League Baseball fan, but congratulations to 3-time World Series champs, the LA Dodgers.
Boo! Boo! Because I have to literally say this every time any team from Los Angeles win a goddamn championship, they end up causing havoc in Los Angeles. That the police out there are working beyond their shift that they normally work. And how much damage and destruction you guys got to cause just to show your appreciation about your team. and not realize how much money that the city has to put in just to fix the town, such as damaged building. You got going out there tagging up places, burning a city transit bus while the driver is operating, and you guys got to go vandalize on the outside of the Dodger Stadium because they won a championship. And the same thing goes for the Lakers. Well, the Lakers won the championship back to back. The same thing happened. They went out and did a destruction that caused the city millions of dollars in damage. But if you think about it, no other team is like that. Where their fans go out and damage their city because they won a championship. But it only happened in Los Angeles, as I know of.
Oh, I got something to show y'all from the Monday Night Raw. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, I seen the photos. I seen the photos.
Oh, I was about.
And speaking of Monday
And I
Night
know
Raw,
NXT is going to be at the ECW Arena in Philly in less than a week.
and speaking of Monday Night Raw, we just been informed from AEW that the almighty Bobby Lashley is 100% all elite.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and speaking of WWE, there is a current GM has been suspended, but who will be his replacement? That is the question. And also in WWE news, Baron Corbin, Eddie Hartwell, and Tegan Knox has been released from their WWE contract
And
as of this morning.
From the pre-taping that you just saw on Friday Night SmackDown, they have literally competed in sequences of matches as their final appearance on SmackDown, and some on Monday Night Raw and main event.
And also, I want to give a shout out to Rhea Ripley on her speedy recovery after what transpired on Tuesday at NXT. That will put her out of action for several weeks to several months.
She suffered a orbital socket, the most fragile place among the head and eye area.
I gotta have a light on so I can see.
And also,
Right here, so
on breaking news, if you guys would like to donate to the GoFundMe page, Chris Bay, TNA superstar, who suffered a horrific, terrifying injury during a TNA taping. And he supposed to have make an appearance tomorrow at 3 p.m. in Corona, California, where I'm supposed to be at. But since this has transpired with Chris Bay's injury, Chris Bay had to pull out of the show, and we end up having to cancel the show due to Chris Bay being injured. That required emergency surgery.
That's crazy.
So there is a GoFundMe. You guys can find it on 3PA on Facebook, and you guys can donate to that GoFundMe.
I might look into that.
Also, those who have Peacock TV, please tune in to Crown Jewel tomorrow on Peacock TV.
I mean, I'm gonna miss it tomorrow because I'm working tomorrow.
And also, if you guys want to tune in now, the kickoff is available for Crown Jewel on Peacock as we speak right now.
And also, for those who miss out, there will be. It's going to be announced who's the betting odds of who wins their prestigious Crown Jewel Championship.
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. Champion versus champion. And speaking of Crown Jewel, I heard Crown Jewel might have some surprises. Some returning superstars, some superstars debuting at Crown Jewel.
Never know. Never know. Never know.
And that's why you do not want to miss Crown Jewel. If you guys can't watch it in the morning due to work, you could always go back on later in time and rewatch Crown Jewel on Peacock.
Also, on WCE side, in case you missed out, it is WCE versus STBW Devil's Playground Backyard Brawl. Watch in its entirety right now, available on YouTube. Who will reign supreme of which brand? Will it be WCE or will it be STBW? In an effort competition between bragging rights and brand supremacy. At a high stakes main event, Team STBW versus Team WCE.
And you remember what happened when IMF versus WCE and what happened there. So will WCE be able to pull up the upset and win, or would the other promotion? And that's why you guys want to tune into that.
Also, at the very end of it, see who delivered a message at the very end of that show, which is a heartfelt message that will be memorized forever and ever. So, at the end of that show, tune into that message of what Team WCE has to say.
Very interesting. Well, I got to get ready to head on the road. I got a big schedule for this weekend, doing 2 shows back to back.
Also, in closing, my final thoughts are tune in to an early birthday edition of the Theos Effect next week. I will announce the time and date and an early celebration of my 42nd birthday. Those who want to be cordially invited, they're obligated to attend. Also, don't forget, crossovers will be also taking shape, including between Thanksgiving, Christmas, and possibly the New Year. Also, last but not certainly least, don't miss the up-and-coming first ever RCEW Awards hosted by C2K and Skulls, taking shape on Saturday, November 30th. Also, RCW management will be
Absolutely.
in the jury.
I gotta put something out there. C2K will be hosting it. Unfortunately, November 30th, I'll be on the road. Unfortunately.
Okay.
So C2K will be hosting that show
But
because the company I work for will be hosting our final show of the year.
also, we're going to be
And
having it.
Joey Chaos will be going into the Hall of Fame of Santino Brothers Wrestling Academy.
And to that fellow comrade, congratulations. You earned it. Also, the RCW management will be having a nomination jury to see which of the categories will be announced and which of those participants will be participating in those amounts of categories. Only one vote per fan, per management, and per roster member, which means it'll be categorized all the way down to not only MVP of the year, match of the year, but the Covenant nomination of all, superstar of the year. So stay tuned. It's going to be fundamental, and it's going to be a fun award show. It's the RCEW Awards taking place on Saturday, November 30th, right here on YouTube. But in the meantime, I see Mr. Silverwolf at this time. Any closing thoughts you want to discuss of?
Your mic's off.
Yeah, I really do. Definitely, I really do. I really do right now. I'm
And
getting
please,
tired.
and please, Mr. Silverwolf or Mr. Savage Wolf, we're almost quickly out of time, so we're going to give you at least maybe 5 minutes of your time if you don't mind. So I'll let you have at it.
I am the defendant hardcore champion. Yes, that's cool, but I don't care about that right now, or being the one half RCW right now. I got more things that are going wrong. I'm getting tired of people bringing my name into the dirt. Honestly, Skulls knows what I'm talking about. I guarantee you know what Adonis I'm talking about. I'm getting tired of people trying to figure out who I am and why they're trying to figure out what I am. Ain't your damn business what I've done, what I have. I'm dealing with situations right now on my own. So if I were you, whoever's doing this, leave me alone. I'm begging you, leave me alone. I'm really getting tired of it, honestly. You think I'm going to quit wrestling because of it? You're funny. I'm not like all these other quitters that you try to expose. I don't quit that easily. I'm a fighter. I'm really getting tired of it, honestly. I'm dealing with my own situation, yes. Ain't your damn business. My past, whatever. Worry about my wrestling history more, not that. And I know you're listening to this. I hope you are listening to this. Quit exposing people. And like I said, you may make these other ones quit in their wrestling history and their careers. But I'm going to tell you this. As Savage Wolf, I'm not going to do them down that easily, honestly. And I'm going to continue what I love.
And
That's why
please be advised that Mr. Silverwolf's lawyer is also documenting this from time to time on a daily basis. So please, we ask you and we beg of you, please stop what you're doing before you make it worse than yourselves. Don't do what most people would ever do that they're going to regret later on.
do you know reason
Please,
why
we're
hardcore
trying to call,
champion?
we're trying to make this a one-time and only time peace offering. Please put end to this destructive conflict and crusade, or stay out of our way. Enough
I'm not.
blood and enough wrestlers that suddenly retired has been spilled already.
I'm going to say this. Whoever exposing me, I don't do the exposing. You're lucky I don't expose you. I don't do that. I'm not that kind of person. The reason why I became the hardcore champion because I fought for it. The reason why I joined wrestling because of Adonis. He brought me into it. Skulls is my mentor, and I take their good advice from them. And all that. I know me and Skulls had a great hell of a match at aka Ghost when he lied the fuck out of me saying that he was Ghost. You son of a bitch, you.
But
Uh,
all kidding aside, we're trying to make this note abundantly clear. We mean well, and we continue to mean well by any means necessary. We're not those type of people that would just suddenly stop out of the blue and make a bad judgment call out of nowhere and create crusades like wildfire, like there's no tomorrow, daily. We don't have time for it. We don't have the energy. We don't have the money for it. We don't have none of that stuff. We're here to make sure that we have a life. We have a daily routine, which means some people have a 9 to 5 job. Some people have families. Some people have devoted working. Everything you can think of.
Um,
Or they
Everything
even
we
may
can
work
make.
more than one job at a time.
I want to
We,
add that too. So I work every day, Monday through Friday. Not in well, it's gonna be bumping up more soon, hopefully. 9 to 2 o'clock every day, and I get home and I am tired. I'm exhausted because we get busy and I'm all over the place. And same goes with him. He works
10 to 5.
10 to 5 every day.
7 hour
So
shift.
you know, it's like we work hard to get what we get. We work hard to live, and by exposing people, it's not gonna help you in life. It's not gonna You're not gonna make a career out of doing that shit.
Nope, you're gonna get
yes,
blacklisted.
we sometimes, yes, we know about people's checkered past, but the last thing we don't need to do is go that stint by going that far by exposing it on any social media whatsoever.
I'm gonna
And it's
say
going to go
this.
put you in the jam really quick, really fast, where there could be criminal action against you, no matter what, no matter
I'm gonna
how
say,
severe it may turn out to be.
this. I do have a job. Ain't your damn business what it is, but I work. Plus, I do wrestling. I put over 40 hours a week in my job. And I come home and I run and I help out with everything else. I put investments into these. I help out with these promotions. I put money in these promotions.
And please let's not forget, Mr. Savage Wolf, you do have a lawyer that's monitoring this
Oh,
ordeal that's been currently happening in these
yeah.
problems day to day.
By the way, my lawyer has seen a lot of these things because I gave him a link to what's going on. So if I were you, I recommend you to stop or you will deal with discipline actions with my lawyer. My lawyer does tune into this stuff because I already gave him a link to Skull's Talk. I gave him a link to my talk. All this, all this, folks, even Tom Bryce's show. So honestly, I have no problem with Tom. He's a great guy. I respect him as a friend. But whoever is doing this needs to stop this because my lawyer is watching all these live shows. So I worry you. Watch it before you get a lawsuit on you. And I don't care anymore. I don't have no fucks given anymore. Sorry for my language, Skulls, but I don't have no givens. I'm tired of it. Leave me be. Let me do my wrestling. Let me have what I do. I'm good at it. That's why what I became a champion. You think I couldn't become a champion without proving myself? Come on now. I bust my ass every time in that ring with Skulls, Adonis, everyone. I put my effort into this. That's why I am a champion. So if I were you, dude, knock it off. Seriously, enough is enough. Leave people alone and quit bringing up to people that I know are wrestlers about me. Honestly, ain't their damn business. They want to, they can come to me and self. But you need to quit exposing on Instagram. Knock it off. Seriously, it's annoying. I'm getting sick of it.
All right, thank you for coming on, you guys. This is all the time I have. And tomorrow, there will be some wrestling matches video being uploaded tomorrow night. So make sure you guys tune in for that as well.
Don't forget, here's a fact: early birthday special episode.
It's
Tune in
Scott.
next week.
How's your head feeling when I smashed you with that frame? Anyways, I'm just curious. Is your head okay? Did I knock some sense into your head for once?
So it doesn't matter right now.
Yeah.
Right, so thank you for tuning in. And I'll see you guys next Thursday for another episode of Skull Talk Live.
Tune in.
Have a nice night and take care.
You as well.